On the tarmac, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 awaits, a vessel of dreams under the vast sky. The old Christians Club rugby team, brimming with youthful exuberance, ascends into the plane. Each step is filled with hope and the promise of adventure. Unaware of the looming shadow, families wave, their faces alight with smiles, sending their loved ones off with blessings. The air buzzes with anticipation, a collective heartbeat of dreams taking flight. Little do they know, destiny has a cruel twist in store, masking tragedy with joy. The Fairchild cuts through the sky, soaring over the Andes' jagged peaks, bathed in sunlight. Inside, laughter and song fill the cabin as teammates revel in carefree camaraderie. Unseen by the jubilant passengers, the pilots exchange tense glances, their worry growing. Weather conditions worsen, casting a shadow over the journey and the carefree spirits within. The plane is swallowed by blinding whiteout conditions in the Andes, a fragile speck against the immense, unforgiving mountains. Pilots misjudge the descent, unaware of the looming danger hidden within the swirling snow. Engines roar as the plane plunges towards the mountainside, a fatal course set in motion. A deafening screech of metal against rock echoes through the mountains as the plane collides. Wings shear off in a violent explosion of ice and steel, leaving the fuselage to careen forward. Silence descends as the battered remains of the plane grind to a halt, a stark scar on the pristine, white landscape. Scattered wreckage paints a grim tableau across the snow-laden valley of death, a testament to the plane's violent demise. Survivors, battered and broken, emerge from the debris, their faces etched with terror and disbelief. The stark reality of loss settles in. 12 souls claimed by the unforgiving mountains, their destinies cut short. Amidst the chaos, Nando Parado lies still, a crimson stain blooming on the snow beneath his head, unconscious. The biting wind whispers through the valley, carrying the cries of the injured and the chilling silence of the dead. Despair hangs heavy in the air, a palpable shroud threatening to engulf the remaining survivors in its icy grip. Within the aircraft's twisted skeleton, huddled survivors seek refuge from the biting cold, their faces etched with desperation. Torn seat covers offer a fragile shield against the sub-zero assault, each thread a testament to fading hope. Meager rations of chocolate are meticulously divided, each crumb a treasure in this desolate expanse. Shadows dance across weary faces, mirroring the flickering embers of their dwindling strength. A shared glance, a silent promise to endure, binds them together in this frozen tomb of metal and memory. Survivors huddle within the plane wreckage, their faces reflecting exhaustion and fading hope. The transistor radio crackles, a fragile link to the world. On the 8th day, their hopes are shattered. We regret to announce all efforts to locate the missing aircraft have been suspended. Despair settles over the survivors like a shroud, their faces mirroring utter hopelessness. In the valley of death, survivors huddle, their breaths clouding the frigid air as they bury their dead. Makeshift crosses stand stark against the snow, marking graves in the unforgiving, frozen ground. The relentless cold claims more lives, injuries untreated in this desolate landscape. Desperate, the survivors seal the wrecked plane, fighting the sub-zero cold. Flickering firelight casts long shadows in the wrecked plane, illuminating gaunt survivors huddled against the biting cold. The air is thick with desperation, starvation closing in, and moral conflict hangs heavy among the survivors. Roberto Canesa's voice cuts through the tension, a plea for survival amidst the wreckage and despair. This isn't desecration, it's survival, he insists, his words echoing. This is the only way. The air chokes with jet fuel and dread. Amidst twisted metal and shredded fabric, survivors huddle, their pale faces lit by ghostly moonlight filtering through the wrecked plane. A heavy silence descends, each survivor grappling with the gravity of their plight. In hushed tones, they make a pact. A voice whispers, sealing their grim fate. It is a mutual promise, whispered in the dark. A pact of survival at any cost. Twisted metal and shattered remains mark the scene of unimaginable horror. Survivors, faces etched with grief, confront a horrifying reality. A silent vow is made amidst the wreckage. Survival at any cost. Broken glass glints, transformed into desperate tools of survival. The air hangs heavy, thick with silence and ragged, desperate breaths. Under the relentless sun, Fido Strauch and his cousins construct a makeshift solar still in the desolate valley of death. Scavenged sheet metal glints, reflecting the harsh light as they meticulously angle the contraption to melt precious snow. Teams scatter, each with a vital task. Gathering snow, nursing the wounded, rationing scant supplies. The wounded are tended with gentle care, their faces etched with pain and hope amid the stark landscape. Every drop of water is a victory against the odds, a testament to their resilience in this barren expanse. Meager rations are distributed, a symbol of shared sacrifice and the will to survive in the valley of death. Inside the wrecked plane, the dim light reveals the terrified faces of the survivors. Snow cascades down, sealing their fate as the avalanche buries the fuselage. The icy grip tightens, claiming 8 more souls in the unforgiving darkness. 3 days trapped. Despair etched on faces, hope dwindling in the frozen tomb. Despite the crushing despair, the solemn pact remains unbroken. Clinging to the vow, they find strength in unity amidst the desolation. Against the staggering Andes, Nando and Roberto stand amidst the skeletal remains of the plane. Determination etched on their faces, though marked by suffering. Their eyes burn with fierce resolve, a testament to their unyielding will to live. With focused movements, they begin to scavenge the wreckage, their hands transforming debris into tools for survival. Makeshift sleeping bags take shape, offering a fragile shield against the biting cold of the unforgiving peaks. Resourcefulness is their only weapon as they craft snowshoes, preparing to face the perilous journey ahead. Nando and Roberto ascend a treacherous icy peak in the Andes, their hope pinned on reaching Chile to the west. Nando crests the summit, his breath ragged in the thin, frigid air, his gaze sweeping the horizon with desperate hope. His face falls as his eyes take in a seemingly endless vista of jagged, snow-capped mountains. His heart plummets. The crushing realization dawns that Chile must lie in the opposite direction. Despair threatens to engulf him, the overwhelming odds pressing down with icy weight. Yet, amidst the desolation, a spark of resolve ignites in his eyes. He will press on, defiant. After 10 days of relentless struggle, the towering Andes reveal a hidden green valley to Nando and Roberto. Hope flickers as they spot a lone cowherd on horseback, a distant figure across the raging river. Their voices, raw and strained, struggle to carry across the vast expanse. "Help!" they croak, the desperate plea barely escaping their parched throats. The sound of the raging river mixes with their cries. Will their desperate call be heard amidst the roar of nature's fury? High in the Andes, Sergio Catalan throws a note tied to a rock toward the survivors, a lifeline in a desolate landscape. Nando, emaciated yet resolute, seizes the chance, his hand trembling as he desperately scribbles their plea. Catalan's weathered face reflects deep concern as he prepares for a long, arduous journey. The pounding of hooves echoes through the snow-covered peaks as Catalan rides relentlessly for hours. Breathless and urgent, Catalan bursts into the police post, his eyes wide with the weight of his discovery. "I think I've found the Uruguayans," Catalan exclaims, his voice ringing with a mix of hope and exhaustion.